Mr. President,
Majority Leader.
I ask the quorum call be dispensed with.
Without objection.
Mr. President, I'm glad the Senate took the next step tonight towards passing the supplemental. The Senate will convene tomorrow at noon. As I've said, I hope our Republican colleagues can work with us to reach an agreement on amendments so that we can move this bill more quickly. If no agreement is reached under the rule, the next vote will be approximately 1 p.m. on Sunday. I yield the floor. No, I don't yield the floor. I ask unanimous consent that the Committee on Health, Education, Labor and Pensions be discharged from further consideration of S. 1147 and the Senate proceed to its immediate consideration.
The clerk will report.
S. 1147, a bill to amend the Child Abuse Prevention and Treatment Act, and so forth.
Is there an objection to proceeding to the measure? Without objection, the committee is discharged, and the Senate will proceed.
I ask unanimous consent the Corn and Substitute Amendment at the desk be considered and agreed to, the bill as amended be considered, read a third time and passed, and that the motions to reconsider be considered, made, and laid upon the table.
Without objection.
Mr. President, I ask unanimous consent that the Senate proceed to the en bloc consideration of the following Senate resolutions: S. Res. 555, S. Res. 556, S. Res. 557, S. Res. 558.
Is there an objection to proceeding en bloc? With no objection, the Senate will proceed.
I ask unanimous consent the resolutions be agreed to, the preambles where applicable be agreed to, and the motions to reconsider be considered, made, and laid upon the table, all en bloc.
Without objection.
Mr. President, I ask unanimous consent that the appointment at the desk appear separately in the record as if made by the chair.
Without objection.
Mr. President, I ask unanimous consent that when the Senate completes its business today, it stand adjourned until 12 noon on Saturday, Feb. 10, that following the prayer and pledge, the morning hour be deemed expired, the journal of proceedings be approved to date, the time for the two leaders be reserved for their use later in the day, and morning business be closed. That upon the conclusion of morning business, the Senate resume consideration of calendar number 30, H.R. 815.
Without objection, so ordered.
If there is no further business to come before the Senate, I ask that it stand adjourned under the previous order.
The Senate stands adjourned until noon tomorrow.
8:45. Back on track.